Imagine your life is a stove. Not a fancy high-tech one, a simple, classic four-burner stovetop. Each burner represents one major quadrant of your life. The first burner is your family, your partner, your children, your parents. The second burner is your friends, your social life, your community. The third burner is your health, your physical fitness, your mental well-being, your sleep. And the fourth burner, that's your work, your career, your ambition, your creative passion. Now, here is the brutal, simple, and unavoidable truth of the four burners theory. To be truly successful in one area, you have to turn off one of your burners. And to be truly world-class successful in one area, you have to turn off two. This isn't a motivational speech, it's a diagnosis of reality, a description of the hard trade-offs that life demands. We are sold a myth of work-life balance, the idea that we can have all four burners on high all the time. But energy, like the gas feeding the stove, is a finite resource. Turning up the heat on one burner inherently means less fuel for the others. Let's look at the choices. The first choice, the life of constant, simmering mediocrity. You try to keep everything going at once. You give a little to your family, a little to your friends, a little to your health, a little to your work. You never excel, but you never completely fail. It's a life of being spread thin, a life of quiet compromise. The second choice, the life of imbalance. This is the path most ambitious people take. They turn off their friends' burner, they stop going to parties, they let relationships wither, they turn their health burner down to a low simmer, less sleep, more caffeine, takeout instead of home-cooked meals. They get the promotion, they build the company. Their work and maybe family burners are roaring, but the stove is dangerously unbalanced. The third choice, and the most strategic, the life of seasons. This approach accepts the four-burner reality, but it doesn't see the choices as permanent. It understands that you can have it all, just not all at once. Maybe in your 20s, you turn the family burner down to low to build your career. In your 30s and 40s, when you have young children, you turn down the work and friends burners to turn up family. And in your 50s and 60s, you might turn down work again to focus on your health or rekindle friendships. The seasons approach isn't about balance. It's about conscious, deliberate imbalance. It's about asking, what season am I in right now? And which burners are most important for this season? So how can you apply this theory without feeling like you're sacrificing your life? Step 1, acknowledge the constraint. Just admitting that you can't have all four burners on high is a massive, liberating first step. It frees you from the guilt of not doing it all. You're not failing, you're making a strategic choice. Step 2, identify your current season. Are you in a season of career growth, of raising a family, of health recovery? Rank your four burners from most important to least important for right now. Be honest, not what you think it should be, but what it is. Step 3, make conscious sacrifices. Instead of letting your friendships wither by accident, make a deliberate choice. Maybe you tell your friends, for the next 6 months, I'm deep in a project, so I won't be as available, but you're important to me. This is different from just ghosting them. It's managing expectations and honoring the relationship even when you can't be fully present. Step 4, look for integration. Can you combine two burners? Can you exercise with your family? Can you turn a work colleague into a genuine friend? Can you start a business related to your health passion? This is like getting two pots to boil on one burner. It's the ultimate life hack, but it's rare. The four burners theory is uncomfortable because it forces us to confront our own limitations. We want to believe we are the exception, that we can have the stellar career, the perfect family, be in peak physical condition, and have a thriving social life all at once. But reality is about trade-offs. Life is a series of choices, and every choice to do one thing is also a choice not to do another. Acknowledging this isn't pessimistic, it's empowering. It puts you back in the driver's seat. You stop drifting through a life of compromise and start designing a life of priority. You trade the anxiety of trying to do everything for the focus and satisfaction of doing a few things well. So, look at your stove. Look at your 4 burners. Which ones are on high? Which ones are off? And most importantly, are those settings the result of a conscious choice, or are they the result of a life on autopilot? The power is in your hands. Choose your season, choose your sacrifice, choose your success. If this theory gave you some clarity, hit that like button to turn up the heat on this video. Subscribe for more powerful mental models, share this with someone who's trying to do it all, and in the comments, bravely share which burner are you choosing to turn up in this season of your life.